Like maybe he just went off the rails with anxiety when success starts. Because that's one of the things that does happen. And I've talked about it. I think everybody admits it. When it first starts happening, you think it's going to go away. You get super anxiety ridden. You feel like an imposter. And you can't you'd show up on the set and you're like, are they kicking me out? Like, I'm still here?
My bud, I'm telling you, I still deal with that. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
You obviously don't, and you haven't.
I do, though.
Do you really?
Though. Yeah, I do. I just ignore it. I tell it to shut the fuck up.
Well, that's what you got to do, I guess,
Yeah.
and that's what I don't do enough because I start thinking, and I start overthinking both sides. I'm like, oh gosh, what if this happens or this means something to this day?
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing a theater and it's my people, and I know that they're coming to pay to see me, I'm pretty confident. I feel like I'm going to do well. But if I do a club that they don't know me or something,
yeah.
Like I did a corporate gig like a month ago, like in Miami, and I was like, oh boy, because corporate gigs, they can go either way, and
they can be horrible.
Well, I get there, it's in Miami, really good looking people, everybody. It's in a lobby of a hotel, and I thought this was in a theater. I'm there, and it's a good, and I'm getting worried. I'm like, I got to do how much? And they're like, you got to do an hour, and then I find out. Nobody there wants to see me. The woman who was the CEO of this company it was her birthday and she liked me, so she brought me in for all her friends to see. Dude, I'm sitting in the lobby and I'm finding all this information out as I'm sitting there. And I'm not kidding. I've never had a panic attack. I start going, what do you mean? Nobody else knows I'm here or this or that, or they don't know. They go, no, they don't know. This is a company. And, and I'm looking in the room. It's in the lobby. I can see through like a little glass window, and they're drinking, they're having, they're talking at table. Worst setup for comedy too. Just like round tables, booths, like not even facing you. And I see a postage stamp of a stage that I got to stand on. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I start hyperventilating. I really do. I go, I wish I was going. So I start going, I can't do this. I'm talking to Skylar, my assistant buddy. He's helping me out here. And I'm like, hey, just tell them we can't do it. And he's like, what are you talking about? I go, just tell them we're going to give them the money back. We're just not going to do it. We don't need to do this. I don't want to do it. It's just not going to go well. And I started really panicking. And then they started going up. She's up on stage now introducing me. And I go, oh my gosh, we're going. Oh my gosh. So I start freaking out. Heart is going like, exactly. I've been doing comedy for 30 years. I've been doing stand-up. I go, I don't need this. I'm ready to call Sussy and go, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do it. I get up there and I go, just get him with that first joke. If you do, you settle it. Because if you don't, if they don't buy you on that first joke,
you're fucked.
You're gone.
You're fucked.
You're gone for an hour.
For an hour, you're gone.
Oh gosh. And they're not even listening. They're loud when they bring me up. And when I came up, it wasn't even like they all turned and went nuts. But I got him with, I don't know what I said. I just said one joke about the lady thanking me, thanking for bringing me up. And I just won them over in one little sweet way. And they turned and they clapped and they laughed at one thing. And then I went into another joke very gingerly, just kind of going this, that. And they laughed at that. And I go, okay. I just settled in. I go, I got him. And they were great. They were great. They were really great. And I was sweating the whole time. I really feeling the sweat. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was rough. But,
that's so nerve-wracking.
Oh.
I'm glad it worked out great. But
I hate it.
But I ran into Sandler when I missed you at the airport. I ran into Sandler. He was just telling me about the fucking worst corporate gig that he just had to do.
Yeah, I called him about. He had the same thing. He had the same thing. So it's nice to see somebody like that has it too.
Yeah, a guy like him can still eat dick.
I talked to Billy Joel, and he says he was like, I've gone through those. I'm like, but when you're playing music, it's different, man.
Yeah, but they'll throw that Saudi money at you.
He threw crazy money at him, and he did a corporate gig or whatever it was, and he says they weren't even listening. They turned away, and and it's like just you and the band, and you just go, let's go, boys, and they play.